Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. B&B Recap. Steffy is seriously spooked by Sheila's Peeping Tom act. In the bold and the beautiful recap for September 1, 2023, Sheila's efforts to make something happen between her and Finn really rather stymie Finn's attempts to make something happen between him and Steffy. Wink wink, nudge nudge. In addition, Liam is relieved to find a fellow worrier in former father-in-law Ridge. Now let's dig a little deeper into what exactly happened. On top of an impending visit from the local health inspector, Deacon Seam Cannon had to contend with a starry-eyed Sheila, Kimberlyn Brown. The villainess had convinced herself she could forge a true mother-slash-son bond with Finn, Tanner Nublin, and Deacon's skepticism wasn't about to deter her in the slightest, not that he actually expected it to. An equal non-concern in Sheila's grand scheme was Steffy, Jacqueline McFinswood. Sure, Steph is the love of Finn's life, and Sheila nearly killed her. But Sheila isn't about to let a little thing like facts get in the way. What's more, Sheila is tired of sitting around waiting for a miracle to take place. So she's going to make one happen. Meanwhile, Finn rejoiced upon hearing Steffy reiterate that she and the kids were moving back home. He swore to her that he'd always put her and their sweet little family first, and that he'd keep them safe. He also granted that he understood Steffy's worry. Sheila is still a mighty big problem, but they will overcome. Steffy, for her part, needed to hear one thing from Finn, one truth. Steffy wanted to know if he'd had any contact with Sheila since she'd been staying at Eric's, John McCook. Finn promised he hadn't. And even if he had, all he would have told her was to stay far, far away from him and his family. Sufficiently convinced, Steffy locked lips with Finn. Soon, the couple was on their way to amorous activity, but something caught Steffy's eye by the patio door. Sure enough, ever so slowly, Sheila's head poked into the frame like a character from an old Looney Tune. Cue the screaming. Ridge, Thorsten K. Swum by Spencer Publications with unwelcome news for Liam, Scott Clifton. Steffy was heading home to her husband. Liam complained he couldn't believe Steffy would do such a thing, especially in light of nothing changing. The situation was still the same. The stakes and the risks were still the same. Finn was still vulnerable to Sheila, and he failed to do anything in the way of making sure Sheila kept her distance. Ridge admitted that he wasn't exactly enamored of the idea either. But on the other hand, he liked Finn. He didn't like that he was the spawn of Satan, but that was not Finn's fault. Still, he didn't like Steffy putting herself in danger. Liam thanked Ridge for voicing that opinion. Here he's been concerned that his concerns have fallen on deaf ears.